Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabantis, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a fantastic show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Let's get into this topic here. So as you guys know, Skip Bayless is no longer at Undisputed, right? We had read some reports about a week or so ago hearing that Undisputed was supposed to be coming back this week after they fired Skip Bayless after him being at the network for 8 years. And what's interesting is that since Skip's departure from Undisputed, I've been seeing him a lot more on Twitter. He posts on Twitter every day regularly, right? Regularly. Skip Bayless is posting on Twitter, so he's remaining active and trying to remain relevant in the sports media space. So what happened this morning? I was doing some research and I came across an interesting article here from awfulannouncing.com. And the article had basically this following headline that I want to read to you guys. It says, Danny Parkins and Emmanuel Acho to reportedly join FS1's morning lineup. Undisputed will not return. And I was like, wait, what? Undisputed ain't returning? So what happens with Keyshawn Johnson and all these guys? I was like, wow, okay, this is some pretty interesting news here that I think the audience is going to be interested in. So before we even get into this article here, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Gametime. Gametime is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Gametime tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Gametime. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, let me get into what this article said here. It says, as FS1 enters its post-Skip Bayless era, the future of the network's programming is beginning to take shape. According to Chicago Sun-Times 670, the Score's Danny Parkins is set to join a new show in FS1's morning lineup this fall. Barrett Media's Derek Furterman confirmed Parkins' move to the national stage and reports that Emmanuel Acho will also be joining FS1's morning lineups after most recently co-hosting FS1's afternoon program Speak with Joy Taylor and LaShawn McCoy. Furterman also added that Bayless's former show Undisputed, which hasn't been on air since Bayless's unceremonious final show on August 2nd, will not return. Awful Announcing has reached out to Fox Sports regarding the reported moves, but it has yet to receive a response. The impending addition of Parkins to FS1's lineup hardly comes as a surprise, as the network had reportedly been eyeing the 37-year-old Chicago sports talk host. Parkins has recently hosted some FS1 shows, including The Herd, and while details regarding his show remain unclear, it makes sense that FS1 would pivot to a less hot-takey host post-Bayless. And then continues on. It's also unclear whether Acho will be a part of Parkins' new show or his own vehicle, but it's similarly unsurprising that FS1 would lean on his star power post-Bayless. While he's certainly a polarizing presence, the former NFL linebacker is one of FS1's most established names, and for better or for worse, he knows how to play the game. As for the apparent cancellation of Undisputed, an argument could be made that the show built enough brand equity, especially when Shannon Sharpe is one of his co-hosts, that would have been worth continuing with a new host in Bayless's place. Ultimately, however, enough damage has been done over the past year that is more than understandable that FS1 will be looking for a fresh start. So, what are my thoughts about this? Actually, I think that's good. I think it's good. I think Undisputed had become stale. right? I think it had become stale. They tried to have a new play on, they had a new name, essentially. The first one was called Skip and Shannon's Undisputed. And then when Shannon Sharp left, it was just Undisputed. And we're like, okay. So now that Skip Bayless is no longer there, I think it makes sense for the network to just basically scrap that name and that show altogether. Look, folks, the fact of the matter is Undisputed was never the same the moment Shannon Sharp was let go. I mean, that's just the reality. It was never the same. And to try to hold on to whole old glory with a new set of characters, it just wasn't going to work. If I'm being honest, the entire ensemble that they put forward on television every morning could not amount to Shannon Sharp. It's just the truth. Like, let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. Shannon Sharp is a one-of-one talent. It's just the truth. Whether you like him or hate him, those are the bloody facts. He's a one-on-one talent, and he has proved that in two ways. Number one, by what he's been able to do at ESPN and what he's been able to do in the independent sector with his own shows, and also what took place in the aftermath of his departure from FS1. I mean, it was an utter disaster in terms of their ratings. They were struggling, and every single week it seemed like they were shuffling new people, and then you tune in, and to me, the reason why I think it also hurt them by bringing all those people was because there was no consistency. There were certain issues where you would be looking to hear from a particular person to hear what they thought, and then they bring in somebody else, and you're like, but this is the wrong person to be discussing this topic. And they did that all too often, right? They did it all too often. At the time, I had lobbied, like I said, if I'm able to lobby, I had said that, Max Kellerman would have been a good replacement, but obviously they want to go in a new direction, maybe with someone younger. I haven't heard much of him, Danny Parkins. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more from him coming in the future. I wish him all the best. I hope that he does a fantastic job at the show. But it seems like Undisputed is over. In terms of Emmanuel Acho, as the article alluded, he can be a polarizing figure based on some of the things that he said. I've heard various situations where Emmanuel Acho has gotten himself in a sticky situation with various people, sports media personalities like Ryan Clark, Matt Barnes, and a few others based off of some of the things that he says. Obviously, the network must be aware of this, but also Emmanuel Acho is a very sharp guy. As the article said, he's been doing this for quite some time and he knows how to play the game. Obviously, he has a football background, given the fact that he was a football player. So I think they know what they're doing, and I think we just have to wait and see ultimately where all of this is leading to. So these are my thoughts. What I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this report? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.